Hello viewers, today we are going to discuss an international current affairs topic, Saudi Arabia to abolish flogging. What is flogging? We will discuss with a case study in detail. Welcome to Wisdom and Knowledge. This channel is dedicated to UPSC and TNPSC Tamil aspirants. A lecture by Prasad Vinu. The State Human Rights Commission Saudi said on 25th April 2020 that Supreme Court declares flogging will be abolished as punishment. So let's see in detail what is flogging. A punishment in which someone is severely beaten with a whip or a stick. A punishment for a range of offences including public intoxication, harassment and extramarital sex. It have drawn long condemnation from human rights groups. There are other forms of corporal and capital punishment such as amputation for theft or beheading for murder and terrorism offences which have not yet been outlawed in Saudi Arabia. Supreme Court says abolition of flogging is a major step forward in the reform program launched by King Salman and his powerful son Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Moreover, the latest reform intended to bring the kingdom into line with international human rights norms against corporal punishment. It was started with the most high-profile case of flogging was of RAIF BADAWI. On January 2013, a young Saudi prisoner Badawi was removed from his cell in shackles and taken to a public square in Jeddah. There he was flogged 50 times before hundreds of spectators who had just finished midday prayers. He was awarded 50 lashes, which was the first installment of his sentence of 1,000 floggings as well as 10 years in prison as a fine of $266,000. Amnesty International condemned it as a vicious act of cruelty. What was his crime? He hosted a website known as Free Saudi Liberals, a forum intended to promote a lively exchange of ideas among Saudis. He wrote about the advantages of separating religion and state. Secularism was a practical solution to lift country to next level. He also quoted Egyptian uprising against Hosni Mubarak was a decisive turning point not only for Egypt but everywhere that is governed by the Arab mentality of dictatorship. In mid of 2012, Badawi was arrested for his blogs, including an article in which he was accused of ridiculing the kingdom's religious police and the Commission for the Promotion of Virtue and Prevention of Vice. He was also charged for failing to remove offensive posts written by others. The prosecution originally called him to be tried of apostasy or otherwise abandoning his religion, which carried death penalty. If nothing changes, Raif Badawi will be flogged every Friday for the next 19 weeks and he will not see his wife or children for 10 years, who were forced to flee Canada to avoid public harassment at home. But flogging was postponed after doctors said that his wounds have not healed and that he was unfit to have the sentence carried out. He was awarded Sakharov Prize for Freedom of Thought. This is his wife while receiving the award. What is Sakharov Prize? Sakharov Prize honors individuals and groups of people who have dedicated their lives to the defense of human rights and freedom of thought, named after Russian scientist and dissident Andrei Sakharov. It was established in December 1988 by the European Parliament. We can discuss about the laureates here. Nelson Mandela and Anatoly Marchenko, Aung San Suu Kyi, Malala Yousafzai, Denis Mukwege and Nadia Murad. Saudi Arabia ranks 164th out of 180 countries for freedom of press. Let's see the countries all practicing still the flogging. Sudan, Iran, Maldives, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei. For the star-marked countries, punishments take place behind the closed doors, with the accused tied to specially constructed frames and carried out with a doctor in attendance. The 2018 murder of vocal critic Jamal Khashoggi inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul and the increased repression of dissidents at home have overshadowed the prince's pledge to modernize the economy and society. So that's all for today. See you soon in my next lecture. For getting frequent updates of my lecture, please subscribe. Have a nice day.